Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Color Me Bad Lynn, back with a share of some of my favorite sweet tea and green tea fragrances. But I also have a Dear Color Me question to answer. And so in between answering that question, we will come on and we will share some of my favorite green and sweet tea fragrances. I just have 3 that I want to share with you guys, and I'll share with you the one that actually lasts the longest, okay? But before we get into that, I want to welcome you back to my channel. Again, I am Color Me Bad Lynn. I am a beauty professional and a licensed cosmetologist. And on my channel, we do fragrance reviews. We talk about natural skincare, a little bit of makeup, weaves, wigs, all things beauty, love, relationships, family issues, and faith, and whatever else you want to talk about. So welcome back to my channel. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to first share the 3 fragrances that I want to talk to you guys about, and then I'll pop on and I will tell you the one that lasts the longest. And this will surprise you because it's the least expensive out of all of them, okay? So my first green or sweet tea fragrance, this one is a green tea. One of my absolute favorite fragrances. I'm sure I've shared this on before. This is from the house of Elizabeth Arden, and this is green tea bamboo. And hopefully you guys can see this, and you can see how much juice is gone. I have yet to wear this summer. This is normally like similar to like a summertime work scent for me, so I haven't had an opportunity to really wear this this summer, but you can see how much juice is gone out of this. This is gorgeous, and I'll share more about that this fragrance in just a second. But this is my first one. Then my second one, I don't think I've worn this one at all. This one is Nanette Lepore's Beautiful Times. This is a sweet tea fragrance. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the bottle. Okay. And then my third favorite sweet tea fragrance is 3 Liens Petit by Dolce & Gabbana. And I'll come on and share that information in just a moment. We'll get into those fragrances in just a second there. But I have a question that was sent to me maybe about 3 weeks ago. And I wanted to come on and kind of help this young lady out and help her, you know, with this question. She sent the question to me. I don't know if she's worked this situation out yet or if it's still an issue with her. But I did want to come on and address this because I could definitely relate. And I try to only come on and answer questions that I've either dealt with, am familiar with, am dealing with, or I definitely can help with, you know, resolving the issue, at least within yourself. Because you know that some issues in life that we have, you never get full resolve if they're dealing with another human being. But sometimes just gaining peace within yourself gives you the beginning process of the healing that you need, so you can move on and be clear and be free and enjoy your life and not have things lingering over your head of issues that you may have with other people or that they may have with you that they don't even think a second about on a day-to-day basis, but they've affected you to the point where they stunt your growth in life and your healing process. And so we want to help as many people as we can with that, because I know what it's like, okay? And we don't want anyone out here dealing with oppression and depression because of things that have been said or done on their behalf, and they just can't get over them. The people that have done those things to you or said those things about you, they are not worth your life stagnation. They're not worth it. So I wanted to come on and share this question and then try to give a little bit, shed a little light on it and try to help this young lady get through her troubles. So, as you know, when I get emails, I rewrite them. And this a young lady didn't mind me disclosing her name. Her name is Sarah. She's actually from the town that I am living in. Hey, Sarah. So the letter or the question read, Dear Colorme, how do I deal with or handle people who like to threaten me with my past or things they know about me as a tool of intimidation and control, and not being respectful that I am an adult? Okay, that's pretty good. Basically, what she's saying is that some things have happened in her life, or she's been a part of some things in her life where people, constantly, keep that over her head, so to speak. It sounds to me like not so much that she's a victim, but that people may have shunned her or turned their back on her because of certain situations and circumstances. And because of that, that still kind of bothers her a little bit. Okay. And so that's what this sounds like to me. And so it sounds like that they still use those things, that some of those things may not even be true. They may be a lie. But they still use those things as tools of intimidation and to try to control her. I want to start off by saying this to you, Sarah, and anyone else who's dealt with this type of a situation, is that the worst that they can do to you has already happened. Whether they told people things about you, whether they told lies about you, to build some type of a fortress against you, that has already happened. So free yourself from that. Okay, that those things that they've said, they've done, we're going to expose you and tell as many people as we can, the truth about whoever you are. That's Satan. Okay. Especially if it's family, because no matter what the situation is, all things can always be worked out and talked out, so that people can gain an understanding. Because a lot of times, and oftentimes, and this is something that I learned from my mother, that people will always look for you to fail. And if they don't like you, or they're already jealous of you, they were just waiting for something to say so that they could have a reason. Okay? So that they could have a reason. And so you have to look at that, and not so much of being a victim, but you have to look at it in a light as if it's showing what type of a character and what type of people they are. Because oftentimes when people turn their backs on you or shun you, it is a representation of who they are, not who you are. If you didn't have an opportunity to express yourself and explain yourself and to share, and a lot of times, even in my particular situation, I've been accused of things that wasn't even my fault. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even something that I did. That wasn't even my fault. It's a part of life. It's a process to help you grow. It is a process to keep you humble. It's not to hurt or kill you, although that may be the intention sometimes from people, depending on how evil they are. But it is a process for you to grow, to teach you, and to teach you how to become humble if you're not humble, and to keep you humble. And so one thing you want to do is you probably want to get with some type of a counselor, or someone that you can trust, that you can talk to and talk with about and through these particular things that you're dealing with in your head and in your heart. Because those things and those type of people can poison your mind, your heart, your process and elevation in life, just because you've got to let it go. You don't have to forgive them, especially if they're wrong in how they treated you, or are treating you. But definitely you need to free yourself. Okay. And so for me, and being an adult and being respected as an adult, that's up to you. How you carry yourself, how you move on with your life. Some things you will never be able to change about people, how they treat you, how they respect or disrespect you. But if it's an issue to the point of where you just feel that no matter what you do, that level of respect is basically never going to be received by them, and that's something that you just have to have, then you may want to remove yourself from that particular situation, arena, or circle so that you can move on with your life and build from that. But I would definitely let it go for yourself. Never forget. And some people don't deserve forgiveness from you. Because people know what they're doing when they do things to you. They know what they're doing when they say things about you. So, some people don't deserve that. I know that the word of God says that we're supposed to forgive and forget and turn the other cheek. Well, years ago, I took a parenting class, and that parenting class talked about forgiveness and how when you forgive a person, it gives them an excuse to come back and do the same things to you because you've let your guards down with that person and said, oh, it's okay. I forgive you, and people are people. We're all human, and I understand you didn't understand, and everything's good and we're okay. No, some people need to be held accountable for their behaviors and actions toward you, especially when they were directed incorrectly, and especially when they never actually sat down and talked with you about whatever the situation was. People can go out here and damage your character and things of that nature and move on with their life, and you're stuck with that stigmatism, with that label, with that defamation of character your entire life. And you forgive them and they're gone on with their life and you're still fighting that battle. So no, everybody, in my opinion, does not deserve your forgiveness. So I will first off say that. And then, in reference to being an adult and that intimidation factor, and that's in your head. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to clear your headspace out, and that's why it's good to talk to a counselor, get your psychiatrist, or someone that you can trust to talk to. Most of the time I found complete strangers are the best people to go talk to, because I have talked to people that I thought I could trust, and they just exposed whatever it is that I talked to them about in private. So you may want to find someone that you don't know that has a license, a clinical license in these particular topics and areas, so you can free yourself and enjoy your life, Sarah. That's what it's all about, is enjoying your life. Okay. I also want to share with you that I have a book coming out that touches on this subject very, very lightly, but my second book will talk all about this issue that you sent me that you're having, and I'm gonna send you a copy of both of them at no charge, because you're here where I am, and once they're published, I'm gonna send them to you so you can read through them, and they will help you. Okay, I understand, I can relate, I've been where you are, but you can't allow people to intimidate and control your life and your destiny based upon what they've said about you, what they think about you, how they've tried to destroy you as a person because of something that they think about you. Some of it may be true, some of it may not be true. Regardless to the fact, you cannot allow other people to control your life. This is your life. Live it. This is your destiny. Live it and regain your power. That is so very, very important. So I wanted to come on and share that with you, and hopefully my answer will help you in your journey and process of healing. But it is okay to talk to people. I think that there's a stigmatism against going and getting counseling and going to talk to people and getting help. We're so used to people, that person is just crazy, they have a mental issue or whatever. No, people go through things, traumatic things in life. We have trauma that is passed down from generation to generation to generation, starting before slavery for some African American people. And that trauma transfers from one body to another. And some of those things have never ever been dealt with. That is where abuse comes from, verbal abuse. That is where people can tell you they love you and they really don't love you. They don't know what love is. Okay. And so those are a lot of things that are transferred, through. And so we have to begin the healing process. First, it begins with you, and I can remember being in a church service once and God healing me from the death of my father, how he was murdered, how his life was taken from him innocently. I remember that healing coming upon me, that peace that came upon me. And I was probably in my late 30s, and I remember that. And this happened when I was 10 years old and my brother was 4.5 going on 5. So, sometimes it takes time, but just think about this. All of those years leading up to that point where I felt that healing and that peace come upon me, I've been carrying that baggage and that hurt and that pain and that trauma. So think about the things that have happened to you in your life that you're carrying and drudging along, that are never being dealt with, that take forever to get healed from. And then on top of that, some people never go to counseling. Some people never dig deep down inside and start doing the work to heal from those past pains and traumas and hurts that are lingering, that are keeping them stagnant, making them mean and evil and vindictive and things of that nature. So the power of healing is so very important. And I highly, highly encourage that. And again, my second book will touch very, very deeply and go very in depth with that. And I do want to say that when that tragedy happened in our family, my mom, my brother, and myself, my mother did get counseling for us. I remember going and having counseling sessions as little kids. Okay. And so she did begin the work for us. She didn't just leave us out here and say, oh, you'll be all right. That love them and leave them mentality. No, we went as a family and got coaching and counseling and things of that nature. I will never, ever forget that. So, it is important to go and sit down and take it all off, strip of all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly, so that you can begin a healing process and get your mind right. It's not going to take away from the things that people have done or said or how they treated you. That is on them, Sarah. That's on them. They have to deal with that. They have to answer to God for whatever they say and do in this lifetime. But you are responsible for your soul and your spirit, your energy, your life force, and whether or not you accomplish and fulfill the destiny and purpose that God has for your life. And those things come into your life a lot of times to hinder, stop, stumble, and block you. You cannot allow those things or those people to keep you from God's purpose for your life. And so healing is so good in reference to that. And I could keep going on and on about that. But you're here. Sarah's here in my city, guys. So Sarah, you're here with me in the same city. Like I said, I'm going to rush you a copy of my first book. We're in the finalizing stages of that book. I'm super excited. All right. I'm super excited. God did a thing. And then my second book, I will make sure you get a copy of that as well. It is touching all of this information. You'll feel like we're soul sisters when you get done with it. So definitely there is healing in both of these books. The first one, I don't even want to talk about it. But definitely, when I'm finished, we're all finished with everything, I will make sure that you gain a copy of that book and the second one as well. I want you to have them, and I won't charge you anything, okay? Because you will find your peace and healing in both of them, okay? So I just wanted to come on and answer that question. I felt when you sent me that question, I had to come on and address and answer, or at least hopefully help guide you in the right direction, okay? All right, so we're sending big love to Sarah. Big love, Sarah. You're going to be just fine, girl. All right. So let's get back to these fragrances. I wanted to share 3 of my favorite summertime tea fragrances. Okay, now you can wear tea fragrances in the fall and the winter as well. Of course, you know you can wear your fragrances whenever you want. They're yours. You paid your money for them. Somebody gave them to you out of love. You can wear your fragrances whenever you choose. But you know, we have them separated according to seasons, those of us who like to collect. And so I wanted to come on and share 3 of my favorite tea fragrances. So the first one I want to share with you in the order that they last, not price or any of that, because I have a couple of them that are really, really expensive, but I don't like to share those because to me it's not that serious. But I want to share some that are extremely affordable, that last really long. So the first one I want to share with you guys, and this is going from the least long lasting to the longest lasting of my tea fragrances for summertime. So the least long lasting is Nanette Lepore Beautiful Times. I'm going to spray a little bit of this because I haven't worn this. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is so sweet. You know, they've got to have like a little touch of brown sugar in here. This is so beautiful. Oh my God. I may wear this today, you guys. This is beautiful. This is Nanette Lepore's Beautiful Times. Isn't that bottle gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. Oh, this is gorgeous. Let me see. Yes, girl. I don't know now. I don't know. It's been a while since I took a little whiff now. Nanette, you got it going on, girl. Beautiful Times. Let's see what had happened. Okay, and this one, of course, you know, is 3 L'Empêtré by Dolce & Gabbana. I have to be careful with this so I don't start speaking in my prayer language when I when I try to pronounce the name of this fragrance. All right. Okay, so this one is by Dolce & Gabbana. This is my second favorite. Now this is sweet tea. If you got a gentleman that loves sweet tea, ladies, or if you love sweet tea, that's it right there. And then my third, out of all 3 of these, this is probably the least expensive. I don't know, Beautiful Times, I got a really good deal on that one too. I got that probably like in a Gone bin or something like that, maybe about 1.5 years ago, and I didn't pay a whole lot for it. I wasn't familiar with the name of it, so I was like, oh, let me try it. Girl, this fragrance is banging. I mean, sweet tea. You know how some people make Kool-Aid and sweet tea, and they just dump half the bag of sugar in the in the jar. We call it diabetical Kool-Aid, and you take a sip like, I ain't drinking this. You trying to kill me? That's what that smells like. Like too sweet. It's too sweet, but it smells good on the body and the skin. Y'all better stop drinking all that sweet tea and that Kool-Aid. All that sugar. Need your butt whooped. All right, so this is Elizabeth Arden's Green Tea Bamboo. Now, this out of all 3, this is what I was trying to tell you guys. Out of all 3, this one is the longest lasting. This will last you 12 plus hours. You might say, girl, I saw this at Walmart, or where is it? TJ Maxx or Marshall's. And they probably had this on sale for like $8.99, $9.99. You probably can find this for like $12 at the most. But when I tell you that this fragrance lasts all day long, applied properly after a bath or a shower, whether you have time to moisturize or not, sometimes you're in a rush, this sister girl right here will last you. And it smells amazing. Amazing. Again, this is Green Tea Bamboo. If you don't have this fragrance, you know what Colorme always says, get you some. All right. With that being said, we're all done. I want to again send a love shout out to Sarah. That's one of my homegirls from the Lou. Sarah, I already have your information, and like I said, I'm gonna rush you a copy of my first book, Get to Read, and by the time you get done with that one, the second one will be coming out. This is Colorme Bad Lynn. God bless you guys. Peace.